What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. So in this guide, we'll be talking about the new jetpack and explain the details and the best uses. Also, the V-Bucks giveaway is still going on, so make sure to visit the link in the description to enter. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications as opposed to Amazon gift card code in the comments every time I upload. By turning on notifications, you'll have a way better chance of getting here first and redeeming that code. Anyways, guys, let's get to this guide. The jetpack can only be found in chests and nowhere else, so don't be checking airdrops as you won't find them. It replaces your current back bling you have on for the time being until it runs out of fuel. Yes, you've got fuel, and I'll explain as I get more into the guide. They only come in the rarity legendary, which is gold, and you can only have one at a time. So let me explain all the details. Now, how does it work? Well, you can normally jump like you usually do, and once you double jump, it'll activate with the timer. So you can't keep flying as long as you want because the jetpacks have an overheating mechanic and limited amount of fuel. As you guys can see, as I'm flying, the jetpack has bars that go down as I'm using it. As the bars are going down, there's a red light flashing indicating I overheated, so I better be at a safe height to let it recharge. Once you can't see those colored bars anymore, then you have to make sure you're at a safe height because you won't be able to fly anymore. You'll drop down depending on the height you're at, and you might end up eliminating yourself, so be very careful. You can see I'm not able to use the jetpack because it hasn't recharged yet, so you'll have to wait a few seconds for the lights to slowly go right back up to full. You can still use it when the lights aren't full, but you'll just overheat a little quicker. Now, how long can you use the jetpack until it overheats? Well, here's a quick test. So I'm able to get pretty high, and it takes me about 4.2 seconds until it overheats. Now, you're going to take massive fall damage if you're just holding it down. So make sure you've got something you can land on. You can also see the little bar on the side of the jetpack. That's the total amount of fuel you've got with the jetpack. So it always starts at 100, and the more you use it, you'll get to a point where you almost can't see it. Once it's out of fuel, the jetpack will disappear and your current back bling will reappear. So, what weapons are great and not so great to use with a jetpack? Shotguns will work out pretty well, and you'll want to use a semi-auto shotgun like the heavy or the tactical, and not the pump if you plan on shooting in the air, because the pump's got a longer reset timer, and when you're in the air, you're vulnerable as you cannot build. So it's just not as easy to use with the pump. The delay doesn't help too. Although if you're using it just to get above your opponent and you're still utilizing your utilities very well, then the pump's totally fine. You can see in this fight we are both using tactical shotguns and can consistently shoot without any delays. And yeah, he fell to his death as I almost did too. There might be a lot of that in the kill feed this week, so yeah. You guys also saw me pull out the rocket at the end, and well, the rocket launcher is the best weapon hands down to use with the jetpack, because you're not able to aim down sights when using the jetpack, and with the rockets you'll usually never aim down sights, which adds to this deadly combo. So if your buddy's got the jetpack and you've got the rocket launcher, then borrowing that jetpack might be a great idea, as you'll have the ultimate combo. With a rocket launcher, you don't have to worry about range like with the shotguns because the rockets will do massive amounts of damage as long as you're on target. You'll be able to follow your opponent from a distance without sacrificing that damage. Really create sweet new angles to peek your opponents from. Now, for me explaining this guide, you might think the jetpacks are super overpowered, and not at all. Anytime you're in the air with the jetpack, you're vulnerable as you cannot build in the air. So if you're in any sort of build battles, you'll have to make sure you're constantly building connection points as you're going up. That way you can build yourself a platform as you're going up and up. You can also build as high as you want when you've got the jetpack, because as long as you don't panic and start spamming your jump key, you'll be fine. You'll fall pretty fast, but the moment you're close to the ground, activate the jetpack and you'll stop your fall, resulting in not taking any damage. As long as you can time it right, you'll be fine. Now, you can also pretty easily grab the high ground from someone as long as you build a platform over top of their materials. It's a great way of getting the high ground back from your opponent if you can do it right. Now, I'm not sure how efficient it will become as I haven't been using it for too long, but all I know is it's pretty easy for me to grab it back as long as I'm doing it right. Well guys, that's it for this guide. It was a little shorter than usual as it's basically everything you need to know about the jetpack. Hopefully I've helped some people out, and a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you on the next one.